Hello again. So walked the pups, fed the pups. Now let's do a little garden tour. Look at Princess Alexander. And see the coleus, the chartreuse coleus? It is time to get some cuttings from it. This is a cutting from last year, and so I was able to propagate it, and I made two different bunches from over there and over there. So anyways, let's look at Ingrid Bergam. There's another one over there that's just so pretty. She's just born. Delight. She's come bud. Is she pretty? So pretty. Look at her height. And she's got clusters up there. She's going to bloom. So pretty in the fern. The ferns have been winners. There's a few places that the impatiens have done okay, but the ferns are still the winners, aren't they? This oak leaf hydrangea, she performs really well. Doesn't really get a lot of rust like my other blue hydrangeas that I had gotten from Tractor Supply. This is their second year, I want to say second year. The hibiscus, really pretty. The Annabelles are doing well. I like how they just stand up, and well, two of the three are standing pretty good. Happy Dance. Let's get close. I'm going to show you Happy Dance. See the little buds? And then look, it gets these pink and apricot colors. Doing really well. Little doll. Got some buds here I need to pinch off. Hi, Rowdy. It was a trick getting him in that pen today. He was across the street, I know, and the neighbor has visitors, and so the only way to get him home was to start the truck. So started the truck and got him inside the truck because he thinks he's going somewhere. So we rode down in the woods just a little bit and come back, put the leash on him, and thinking that, and then I pulled by the pen to get him out. He was not going for that game. Not going for that game. Look at this azure blue. It's really full. Really full. Doing really well. Anyway, so I hadn't let little Lulu out yet because somebody doesn't get along with somebody. You have to do it all separate. So let her out and walked her around and came back and got some cornbread, and boy, he was eager to go in the pen for some cornbread. So he doesn't like the pen, but I just feel better that he's alive and doing okay. Doing okay. Silas Mariner, pop off her little buds, his little buds there. There's a little cluster of them. And I was seeing that it was time to propagate some roses. So I understand you're not supposed to propagate the DavidAustins, or maybe they won't propagate. I know you can't sell them, of course, because they copyrighted or something like that. So anyways, I may try that. Some have leaders, strong green leaders. Hey, look at this. Look. Oh. So precious to wait for. 3 years for this moment. 3 years. Renaissance boxwoods are doing really well. This is doing super well. Super well. I need to really come and trim quite a bit of it. But then if you chop that off and chop that off, then you've got these long sticky things. They're not sticky, but stick out. And then I thought, oh, but then I need to let some of the purple shine. So this is a great plant if you have something that needs some floral and height and bulk in the summer, because it is truly a winner. But finding her special place can be a little bit challenging, and it comes back. So I've got some of the multicolor at the house. I hear that won't come back, and which I think I could tolerate more of that than the bright yellow. But the yellow does say, come here. But see, look, it takes up this whole bed. And this whole bed is probably 5 feet wide. So it is a wonderful, wonderful flowering plant. Zinnias, some of them are kind of ending and are sparse, but the heads of those sweet zinnias have been so precious to watch. I didn't have much luck getting them to have much life in the vase. They were gone probably the second, third day at the most, even with the special plant food and everything. So, but I do like how they are variegated, or what is it when they shade and they're lighter and then darker on the outskirts. So let's take a look. I did learn something about roses. I was talking about my Julia Child rose. Let's go look at her. We had really hard winds, and the Gora took a little bit of the winds, but isn't that really pretty? Really pretty how it cascades that way. So I learned Floribunda and Grandiflora, right? So, and I have to look at them up every time. So I finally got caught of a word to how to remember it better. Look at this, the holy basil. I love the little white flowers. So I was always bragging on this Julia Child. Well, look, she's a Floribunda. So you know what? Flory, in my mind, means close to the floor. So she's going to stay a small 3 to 4 foot rose, which is really going to be nice because we have a climber there, and I'm considering putting a grandiflora, which will be a little bit taller, in that empty space right there. Put my Miss Manners a grandiflora, so I'll have 3 to 4, 5 to 6, and then I've got Claire Austin. Is that right? Got her here. Yep, Claire Austin. You know, I was calling her Olivia for a while, but she's Claire. And I have a dear sweet friend I worked with. Her name's Claire, and some reason I used to call her another name, and then I had to come up with a Claire Bear, and so I can remember her name now. I don't say Claire Bear, I just say Claire. So she is such a precious girl. Those pink hydrangeas are really pretty. The petunias, that's all I needed was pink petunias. I had other plants in here. That is taken over, and I love how it's cascading there. Maybe hard to photograph or film in the sunlight. But anyways, so that's a little bit on Grandiflora, Floribunda, is that right? So, anyways, the Cloud 10s are doing really well. Really well. I've got some curtains I was going to put in here. They have a white backing. So, I don't know. I know the window needs cleaning. There's a piece of sheetrock there, but to have the look here and that brown, it's going to have brown over the top. I'm thinking maybe some shutters or something on the inside, or some stained glass, or those little black strips that you can put in there. And they have some that you can make with sticky tape, and then they have some that you just order and it's a grid and you just put it in there. So I'm going to measure it and play on internet and see what I can find for different options in Pinterest. So there's our other little Cloud 10. She's doing really good. Do need to order some more of these and get that put up, get the other put up. The weather's getting cool enough. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Besides those gorgeous zinnias, look. This raspberry, look. Raspberry, Twilight Zone. Oh, this one's kind of bent, I guess, from maybe the windstorm. I always think, oh, when do I need to quit pulling those off? Okay, so let's, for a drum roll, let me find this. I got this lens really big and then got sidetracked, didn't I? But look at Brandy. Look at her. The bees will like that it's open, an open pollinator. It means pollinator when it's closed, they can't get access to it. Rowdy wants out, the puppy. You know, I've had no interest in that puppy. I'm just so sad and heartbroken that there's been no interest on her. If my dogs would get along with her, y'all send me hints on how to get dogs to get along. The green beans are growing well. My lettuce, a few radishes, and kale. The wind blew down my fence right here, my trellis, and I had cucumbers and tomatoes, and my gladiolas were against the backside because they just multiplied so. And then the morning glory, and blew it down. So I came to try to pull it apart, and I'm going to have to cut the tomatoes and the vines from the roots to do that. Broke some of the salvia, but let me back up here and see. What do you think? Should I just not have that fence? Look at that big open and just not the tunnel. But if I keep it up, it puts your eye right through the tunnel. So, yeah. Decisions. Oh, look. My generous gardener. Oh, look, there's a little tiny one. Oh, and there's another one. Oh, she is going to be generous. Look, I'm so proud she's found home with me, with Okie in her potager garden. Oh, goodness. So much beauty. Oh, well, y'all have a blessed day. Yes, I'm out in my house jacket. I found this at a thrift store, and it is just a sleeping robe because it's just to your waist, and so you can go to bed and read a book, and you don't need the extra robe on the bottom. And so this was handmade, and it was really never worn. And so I just couldn't leave it there in that thrift store. I had to bring it home, and it has been such a blessing for me here at home. So whoever made this and whoever they made it for, it is being loved at Okie's Potager Garden. So y'all have a blessed day, and get your clothes out on the laundry line, the clothesline. Get your clothes on the clothesline. And you know, I have learned to do that in the evening while the grass is still dry, and then by the time in the morning when I could hang it out, the sun isn't in my eyes, I don't have to fight wet grass, and then by the evening again, when the grass is dry, I just pull it off. So, let me turn this around. Get your clothes on the clothesline. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.